it may seem odd, but my biggest achievement is somebody else's achievement. I After university, I went back to my old school, the College for the Blind in Worcester, to see whether I liked teaching. I always thought I wanted to be a teacher, but I loved the school so much I just couldn't get enough of it, so I went back and worked as a volunteer. Started off just doing general support around the place. They had a scheme for volunteers, and they had overseas students come work there. So I became one of those. So I worked with half a dozen of the kids who had the potential to be top sports people, and coached them, and actually acted as a guide runner for two of them. I've got enough sight to be able to run by myself, also enough to be able to guide somebody else, luckily. But I suppose the fact that I'd spent 7 years at the school learning the local roads, and I was able to take two of the runners out, one at a time, obviously. Totally blind guys. One of them in particular was really interested in the middle distance events that I had done well in. So I coached him and guided him and worked with him over the course of the year, and then went to the World Youth Games for the disabled in France, in Saint Etienne. I was the middle distance coach for the team, but also Darren Cook's guide runner. And we thought he might do okay. He actually won his first race, which was the 800 metres. And we put him into the 1500 metres as well, because there weren't enough totally blind youngsters in the race. They combined all the sight categories together, so he was running against the unguided, partially sighted runners. And I remember to this day the realisation on about the third lap that we were going to catch the American runner who was running without a guide. And I said to him, Darren, I'm going to stop talking, because one of the things that you do as a guide is you give a kind of a commentary on where you are in the field. And I could see enough to realise that we were catching the leading runner. And I said, Darren, I'm going to shut up, because we're going to take this guy by surprise. And we overtook him on the bend, coming into the last lap, and won the race. We also decided to do the 400 meters, which he won as well. And in fact, he took 6 seconds off his PB or something, his personal best for 400 meters. He completely astonished himself and me. I had to let go of him on the finishing straight because I couldn't keep up with him. And it's just sad that he hasn't been able to continue running, and it's very hard for blind runners to get guides of the right standard. I still keep in touch with Darren, but that was definitely my biggest achievement. Was guiding him to his 3 gold medals in the World Games.